Hey everyone, this is something I've not really done before in this series. This is just kind of an introduction. Before the introduction, I guess you could say, this is just kind of me asking you to subscribe. We are on the hunt for 1,000 subscribers. This would really help us because this would help us get approved to be featured in the Build the Earth main Discord server, which would bring us a lot of publicity and support. So I humbly ask, if you haven't subscribed already, to subscribe. And if you know anyone who has a YouTube, if you have a Gmail account that doubles as a YouTube account, ask them to subscribe. We are 26 away. We are at 974 right now. If everyone who watches this video subscribes, then we would be at 1,000, even over 1,000 subscribers. So I humbly ask that you do that. Also, after this is another introduction. So if you don't want to watch that, you just want to skip right to the content, I'll put a timestamp in the comments below. Anyway, thanks for watching and enjoy the video. Hey everyone, glad to see you back here again for episode 8 of Building Detroit in Minecraft. First, I'd like to apologize as this video will not feature a regular introduction, but instead we will just have a picture here for today. I will be getting back to making flyover introductions in future episodes. This is just a one-off thing. Second, as you may have noticed, this video is coming at a longer interval from the others. So what's happened? Have I lost my enthusiasm? Have I lost my passion? Am I lazy? No. I'm just moving to a new weekly upload schedule, and these videos should now be coming out every Wednesday-ish. Of course, this is coming out on a Thursday. That's because I was not able to upload yesterday. Anyway, this will allow me to feature more content in each video, as well as not overwhelming your notifications nearly every day with videos. This helps me prevent burnout and allows me to dedicate more time to building, as well as more time to editing each video. I would like to also give some updates on this series beyond that. You may have noticed that I've stopped giving credit to individual buildings in my videos. This is for a few reasons, but none of them are intended on, not showing appreciation to the builders. First, with our project getting even larger and larger, we now have over 60 people in our Discord and over 40 builders working on the server and are constantly coming in and out. We can have up to a dozen people or more on the server at the same time. With this number of people, I am losing the ability to be on when every single builder is on, and so it is frequent that I come on and see a completely new building made with no information on who built it. Also, many projects are now collaborative projects, especially in the suburbs, where multiple people have worked on a single building or area. I have no way of telling who started or who all has contributed to a building, whether through physically building it or through giving ideas or whatnot. So, for these reasons and others I'm probably forgetting, I will no longer be giving credit for each building. If I know who built it or helped contribute to it, I might mention them in the flyby. Otherwise, I will avoid doing that completely. Furthermore, I will be selectively choosing what to include in these videos from now on. It has gotten to the point where there are too many changes to keep track of all of them. Especially with the new weekly upload schedule and our ever-growing numbers, there will be much more built from video to video. Of course, this is a good problem to have, but in order to keep video lengths lower and to showcase only the largest changes for you guys that I think you would enjoy, I will begin choosing who to pick to feature instead of choosing everyone. Now, if you are a builder for us, I will put a channel in the Discord for you to request your build to be showcased. Now, this introduction has gone on quite a while, so let's finally start the video, and I hope you enjoy. First up in this video being featured today is one Detroit Center parking garage, made, of course, by the lovely robot_26. It is one of the few buildings in this project that has a fully modeled interior, and just for that alone, it is quite a tremendous little build we have here. And just behind the parking garage, we have 140, 138, 130, and 128 Cadillac Square being constructed. Speaking of Cadillac Square, this is what it looks like. Now, the spire has been added to the top of Cadillac Tower, giving it its distinctive antenna. This is the Lawyer building, built by, again, Robot_26. Quite an amazing little build right here, quite intricately detailed for its size. And next to that, it's the new Cadillac Square Apartments. I featured this in the last video and called it just the regular Cadillac Square Apartments, but this has been completely redone and renovated by Robot_26 to look a lot closer to reality. Directly behind Cadillac Square, there's the Waterboard building under construction on the right. On the left, which I'm currently rotating around, is 1000 Farmer Street. And this next part is just kind of a general overview of some changes that have been made to the downtown area. And as you may have seen already, or may have noticed, there are some changes to the sidewalks, to the roads, stuff like that. This has been an effort to standardize everything between all of our builds, spearheaded primarily by Shem, or Shellfry, who is our Ann Arbor developer, or one of them at least. He has gone on to change various different things. So, for example, our sidewalks used to be mostly made out of gray concrete. Now they are polished andesite. Our roads, by default, are gray concrete. They are now cyan terracotta. As you can also see, road lines have been painted on. Q-line tracks are now in place downtown to go along with our southbound stop at 1001 Woodward for the Campus Marcia stop. And of course, more stops for the streetcar will be coming in the future. This is just a continuation of the northern block of Merchants Row. This is the Valpy building that I have created just to go next to the Elliott. More will be coming in this area soon. Now, this is one of the larger builds that will be featured on this week's episode. This is 150 West Jefferson, which has also been built by Shellfry, or Shem, our Ann Arbor developer. This is one of the taller buildings in the city, so our skyline is finally coming together. Right next to it is the Scientology building, which was built by Robot_26. Of course, quite a lovely little building here. Up next, adjacent to these properties, is the Buell building, which I have been working on. It is a contributing property to the financial district here in downtown Detroit, one of the taller buildings in the city. And this building was quite a treat to build, actually, and it has a very interesting outline to it. This is the beginning outline of the Ford building, also made by me, or at least started by me. Now, this is something I've been waiting for a little while. This is our renovated Guardian building. As you may have noticed before, I mentioned that the new Cadillac Square Apartments have been renovated, or rather redone, by Robot_26. A couple of our buildings downtown have undertaken renovations to make them more true to real life, and the Guardian building is no exception. This lovely renovation, which is still being done, was done by AAA Gons, one of our moderators. This is another building that I have been working on. This is 211 West 4th Street, located just south of the Theodore Levin courthouse there, and also a contributing property in the financial district in downtown Detroit, along with being one of the taller buildings. In fact, it's slightly taller than the Buell building, and I think the financial district is really starting to shape up at this point. Now, this is the beginning of the TCF Center, or Cobo Hall, as was formerly known as. This is being done by Link Hero of Hyrule, our Berkeley developer. Although it's just starting, I'm sure it'll look great in the future. This is another little tidbit. This is over by the Renaissance Center. This is the beginning of the walk over Jefferson Avenue to the Millender Center and some of the People Mover tracks. Now, this is Rivertown, also known as the Warehouse District, being worked on by Finlu Chunk. I, again, forget his Minecraft username, but this is kind of east, on the east side of Detroit here along the riverfront. And I said in the last video I am a sucker for industrial architecture, and that still holds true here. So I am really enjoying seeing some industrial buildings being built in the Motor City. I think this is a build that many of you will like up next. This is Little Caesars Arena being built by Big Dog 765. This is one of our most requested builds to be completed. This is located just north of downtown, at the beginning of Midtown. One of the few builds up here other than Wayne State University, which is located on the other side of Midtown. It is the home of the Detroit Red Wings, the hockey team in the NHL representing Detroit, and the state of Michigan is also home to the Detroit Pistons, which is the NBA team, or the basketball team, that represents Detroit and the state of Michigan as a whole as well. As I may have mentioned, this is a highly requested build for us to do, and regarding that, all requests from now on will be taken exclusively from patrons of a certain Patreon tier. This is just because these videos are getting quite a number of requests and views, and I obviously cannot keep up with all of them. So if you'd like to see something built, become a patron today and help support the project and see your building built. The only other building that is requested that will be built beforehand will be the Fox Theater just south of here. Speaking of Wayne State University, this is a little update on it. The parking structure over here, which I might have featured in the last video, is now pretty much completed. And the administration building across the street from it is also under construction. This has been a one-person project as well by Loki_313, one of our moderators, and he has done an amazing job so far. Now, this is our neighbor across the Canadian border here in Ontario. This is the city of Windsor being built by Steven5161. Again, just a one-man project, and for a one-man project, this is quite a tremendous amount of work he's done. I love the Caesars Casino that he's built, and he's also begun work on the tunnel under the river. Bringing it out to the suburbs, this is the continuation of the progress on Berkeley, also by Link Hero of Hyrule. Now, this is a build that has grown rapidly in terms of both what has been built and the number of builders working on it. I believe they're up to 5, maybe even 6 builders. This is the suburb of Plymouth. This is one of only 2 builds in our project, outside, of course, of the downtown area, that qualify for a subdivision status within our own project, meaning that they basically get their own little channel in the Discord to help further organize their efforts, as there are quite a significant number of builders working on this area. As you may be able to tell, there is a lot of work, a lot of love being put into this. This is a very highly detailed build and is one of my favorite builds on the server to come and check out and to look back on and see how they're progressing from day to day. And I really can't wait until this project really starts to expand outside of the city center. I'd like to see what they do with the neighborhoods themselves. Now, this is the suburb of Brighton, which is the other project to also have subdivision status. As you can see, there's multiple outlines that are here that weren't here before, as well as new buildings in the downtown area here. This is a completely new suburb area. This is Macomb Township being undertaken by one of our new builders, Prada Guy, and it's looking great so far. Now, this is an absolutely just awesome build that has been undertaken by Moneybags for Antila. I have mentioned this build in the past video. This is the Chrysler headquarters and tech center in the suburb of Auburn Hills. This is an absolutely huge project that these two are working on here. It is quite possibly the single largest well, it is the single largest building in our project, but also probably the single largest build area in terms of just area. It might even surpass everything that we have built downtown in terms of what has been outlined thus far as a part of the area of this build. This is an amazing build, and it will only continue to grow larger and larger. As you can see, I'm having troubles fitting all of it within a single shot. Usually I try to have everything loaded in before I start recording, but as you can see, I'm having to kind of push things to the limit here to even get most of the building within a single shot. This is an absolutely just huge building, and with even larger parking lots and parking garages that are under construction here, as you can see, and this will just continue to get bigger and bigger, and I'm really looking forward to it. And this is just an amazing job done by these two builders here. Alright everyone, that concludes this week's episode, but a few things before you guys take off. Build the Earth is now accepting applications for people to feature their videos in the main Discord. I would like to get us to at least 1,000 subscribers before I go and apply for our builds to be featured. If we get approved, this would mean a lot more publicity for our project, meaning more builders and more support for us to get a professional server. Our current server has been struggling very hard recently, so we are in desperate need of a professional 24/7 server to keep things together. So, if you aren't subscribed, I ask you to subscribe to my channel and to get your friends to subscribe as well. I always say that subscribing helps the project, but this time I think it's even more obvious how it does that, and it is even more imperative that you do so. Of course, if you'd like to observe our progress or, just hang out, our Discord link is below, and if you'd like to support us by donating so that we can get a professional server, as well as helping me get better equipment, consider becoming a patron today. So long, guys. A very special thank you to the following patrons for your continued support of this channel.